to On the Beaten Path, and we are in the glorious Philippines. I am your host, Steve Northcott, and in addition to getting Gary Blanton ridiculously drunk here on the beaches of Boracay, we're going to check out Manila, Philippines' greatest heavy metal band, Slapshock, and check into some musical theater here in the Philippines. On the Beaten Path, let's go. This is a new segment here on the Beaten Path. Now, as you know, we love to experience a little bit of culture. Today, for those of you who know Gary Blanton, we are going to give him a little bit of a surprise. Here we are at Boracay Beach in the Philippines. Gary Blanton has committed himself to doing a little bit of paperwork today for On the Beaten Path, some administrative duties. But I'm going to give him a different challenge. This is Tanduay rum. This is the local Philippine rum, and if this cost about $2 US, probably a little bit less if you're a local. My challenge to Gary Blanton is for him to drink an entire bottle of Tanduay rum.
This is Tanduay?
This is some local rum.
Yeah, that's all I have to do is just drink a bottle of rum?
Yeah, just get through that.
It's kind of the day it's gonna be, huh?
I think that's the kind of day it's gonna be.
Wasn't really planning on that though, Steve.
But what's the worst that could happen, Gary?
We're really gonna do this, huh?
So it begins.
I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil if I can.
We are here in Manila with the Philippines Repertory Company watching Jekyll Hyde. This is On the Beaten Path's first foray in a musical theater. So let's watch the show.
We say bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of shoving, why waste another minute? Step this way, it's time for us to play. I know we never cause this women, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men. They break your heart, they steal your soul.
My name is Michael Williams and I play Dr. Jekyll and also Mr. Hyde.
My name is Junix Notion and I play the lawyer friend, Mr. Utterson.
My name is Chris Villoko and I play the fiancé of Dr. Jekyll, Emma Carew.
I'm Kalila Aguilos and I play Lucy the prostitute.
I'm Angela Yulo and I play the director. No, I'm the director of the show. As everybody knows, the character of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which he's a brilliant doctor who tries to find a way to separate good and evil, which he feels is in every man. And in the process, by creating this potion that releases the evil in him, he creates this alter ego, which is a Hyde, who is sort of a concentrated of all the evil that is repressed in Dr. Jekyll.
Midnight. Unexpected developments.
Well, I started Repertory Philippines when I was about 19 or 20 in 1983, and it was a musical, and I was in the chorus, and I didn't really consider myself as an actor back then, more of a singer, until my mentor, Zenaida Amador, found me and decided that I was in fact an actor, and she trained me, and then I grew to love telling stories through musicals, and I think that's why I do a lot of musicals. I can sing in them and then do the storytelling in a way that is enhanced by the music.
I thought I was going to be a painter for the rest of my life. I was a very shy girl, but my family is made up of performing artists, and I felt that pull. And I originally worked as a production person, and one director from a different theater company saw me and said, "What's she doing there? Just cast her." And that was the start.
Bring on the men and let
started theater when I was 9 years old, and I was Little Cosette in Les Miserables of Repertory Philippines, and it started from there. There really is something about live theater and able to do things without a second take, or regardless of television or film, it's really fun when there's a spontaneity on stage, and I haven't stopped since. So it's been technically about 20 years.
Ever since I sat in the theater of the CCP in 1977 and I saw the King and I production of Repertory, and I knew that one day I would want to be on that stage, and the following year I was, 1978, with the Junix Inocean, who played my father. Oh no, you were Laser Wolf.
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then later on you played my father, because we did it 3 times.
I was there when the house was half filled. We would consider that a full house. And I've seen it grow from that to full houses every time. I would say that Repertory Philippines is the foremost theater company in the Philippines.
We're in Manila, Philippines, and I'm with the cast of Jekyll and Hyde, and we're
On the beaten path.
Catch us live somewhere on this planet. Yes. So here's the status update and Gary's dare today. We're only down the bottom of the neck. Good news is Gary has stopped doing his administrative work. But let's just see what kind of mood Gary's in. Tanduay Challenge here in Manila on the beaten path. The Tanduay rum is now below the label. After a few drinks of the Tanduay, he has learned to embrace it. There were some initial moments of love on the beach as he met some local travelers and embraced them.
So what is your name, brother? Gino. I'm a bartender from Pacifica, California. I saw you had some rum there, and I've had good rum before. Gino the bartender.
Would you like to have some?
Take a swig, but I don't want. If you don't die, I'll try some.
It's pretty excellent, I have to say. What do you think?
It's good. Where do you get it?
Well, you just right across the street.
Did you steal it?
No, it's like 80 pesos. It's like $2 US.
No shit. That's good. That's really good. I just got in about 2 hours ago.
Oh, you need some more.
No. I'm looking, and there's all kinds of stuff to look at. I got a full body massage at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to try that.
As you do, yeah.
She wants to use my place, though. What does that mean? No, I'll get a bottle of that.
I always avoid it, but drink like this.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you on YouTube.
I'll see you on YouTube.
I would go as far to say we are halfway finished the bottle, which is extraordinary. We're only 90 minutes into this challenge. Let it not be said that Gary Blanton is not one to accept a challenge head on.
I don't know. One thing about building castles, I figure, is that you have to have a moat. You're not getting. The moat is the most important thing because people are gonna raid your castle, right? So you gotta have a moat. This is all water right here. Boom! This is the tower.
There's one thing about driving in Manila. You're either standing still or you're risking your life. We're doing a bit of both today. And this is my fine mode of transportation here in the Philippines, a taxi. Some interesting things to note. No seatbelts. I'm not really sure if the doors work. I'm not sure the stains that I might be sitting on this chair, but it's an adventure.
Yeah, I gotta tell you that story about when we played in this part called Cotabato. It's a far place down south, right, of the Philippines. It's really hard to get there, man. So people, when they have shows there, it's crazy. It feels like you're the Beatles, man, like when you're up there. So we ended up playing on this Coliseum-sized crowd. And next thing you know, man, on the last song, everybody just decided to just run up the stage. So I just threw the mic and started running in the back. And I ended up in this shack in the back, like the guardhouse, man. Hey, what's up? We're Slapshock. We're on the beaten path. We just had this one show one time, I think last year, on this high school. So it was like a high school party. So I started playing the first hit of Slapshock that was written maybe 98. And I was asking all the audience like how old were they? They were like raising their hands like 2, 1. So I was like, I was confused, man. I was confused for a bit, but then I realized, oh shit, I've been doing this for real. So we're on our 7th studio album.
7
full-length albums. We had a #1 song on the radio without, I mean, we're not even signed when we started doing demo and stuff, so that was a cool thing to happen. So we had like labels knocking on us. Then on, this is the history, man. Like we started our first album, I think back in 99, yeah, but we were together about 97 and end of 97. Like now we have our own studio that we put up. I mean, we had studios, but like more like home studio. But this studio kind of like our home base now. So when we come here, it's basically like before we used to have a house where we all sit, you know, just write songs, but we don't end up writing songs because it's too much things going on in the house. We party too much.
We call it Slap House.
When we got this kind of neutralized everyone, you know, like basically we don't have a couch, we don't have a cold beer, so it's good. It's a good way of, you know, like getting together in a studio, you know, just working. The first international show we did was actually Malaysia. We played with Club Chevy, they invited us there. And after that, the biggest ones probably up to now is still the Dubai Rock Fest, where we were on the same bill with Muse.
Korn. Because when we started, Slapshock started, you know, Korn was like one of the bands. Yeah, main influences.
We grew up listening to Korn.
Yeah, so when we were there, like, you know, at the backstage, and you know, you can see them, their amps are there, like all the basses are there, like the instruments, you know.
We toured the US, Canada the year after also. So we were able to travel for 2 months. That was the longest trip that we've been together, you know. So we, you know, it was those crazy moments that, you know, you get homesick.
We've been together for 15 years. We're like one of the most active bands in the scene. Our market is considered niche market, right? But that's solid. You know, we call them the black shirts brigade, like the black shirts boys. They all wear black, and they're, you know, it's like they're like a parade, you know. Even though our music is heavy, we're on that borderline of mainstream and underground. So we thread that line, that thin line.
We make sure also that we don't compromise things when in terms of music. That's one of the good thing about us.
Two sponsors on clothing line. We have this Dickies, and then Red Horse is a beer, local beer. They've been sponsoring us for 10 years also.
The sponsors bring the kids to the show for free. So I guess that's one of the good things about having sponsors, that the kids get to watch you for free, or get to watch you on a little less, you know, like they don't have to pay a lot of money to see you.
That's why we survive. We have our music is hard, it's metal, but we're on that thin line of mainstream because we have backup sponsors. So that's why we're still active, like 15 years.
This album is like a new album for Slapshock. Yeah, it's our first time to actually put like, because we're known, like a lot of people saying that Slapshock is kind of like a foreign sounding band. We put like 5 Tagalog songs for the first time on this album, just to kind of pay tribute to the kids that's been listening to us since day one. You know, some of them are lawyers, cops now. You know, they can afford teachers. It's cool, man. Like having the dad and the son to go to our show and enjoy Slapshock. So it's a cool thing.
Things are getting to a certain place where I'm not sure if we can continue with this competition. Gary Blanton has now been offering his rum to other people. Now, I did make the challenge that he was supposed to drink that rum on his own, but that's the kind of joy of the Town Dubai rum. It makes you want to share. So you know what? I'm going to give Gary the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to consider this dare legit if he still finishes the bottle every once in a while, passes it on to some other people. That's going to be okay. I'm a little worried about him though, because his mood is changing by the hour. Gary Blanton has had a lot of help today. Gary Blanton has had his bottle stolen. So essentially, the dare is a bit of a failure, but in the same way, it's sort of a success. This is the Tandawai Dare on the Beaten Path with Gary Blanton signing out.
That's why I'm here. So that sexual frustration coming out on stage. It's all frustration.